Buck Denver, man of news here. All right, so science is great at helping us understand nature, what God created, but it isn't very good at telling us about God or about miracles, and it certainly can't tell us that there are no such things. Good to know. But, are we supposed to be talking about the next book of the Bible?
Ah, yes, the next book of the Bible. Sunday school lady?
I'm on it. The Gospels are the first 4 books of the New Testament: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Now we're up to book number 5, the book of Acts. Acts is a big book filled with stories, and even though it comes right after the Gospel of John, it really goes together with the Gospel of Luke.
Why does it go with Luke?
Because Luke wrote both of them. Remember Luke? He was really smart. We think he was a doctor and also a very good historian. Around 30 years after Jesus left his followers on earth, Luke sat down to write the history of everything that had happened from Jesus' birth up till that very day. He wrote his history in 2 parts. The first part told the story of Jesus, and the second part told what happened in the 30 years after Jesus left.
His followers were called apostles, a word that means sent ones. Jesus sent them into the world to spread his message.
Right. That's why the full name of Luke's second book is the Acts of the Apostles, but we call it Acts for short.
Luke starts the book of Acts with the same scene that ended his gospel, Jesus saying goodbye to his disciples. But he tells them something interesting. He says they should stay in Jerusalem and wait for a gift that God the Father is going to give them, a gift that will help them spread the good news about Jesus throughout Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth.
Wow, what kind of gift would help them go that far? Was he going to give them hiking boots or maybe a sweater?
I don't think God the Father was going to give the disciples sweaters.
It can get chilly at the ends of the earth.
Sweaters are nice, Ian, but that's not what God had in mind. Jesus says this gift will be the Holy Spirit himself. They will be baptized with the Holy Spirit of God, and the Spirit will fill them with power.
That's way better than a sweater.
Way better. They're gonna get superpowers. Will they be able to climb walls or shoot web out of their wrists?
You mean like Spider-Man?
Exactly. Which one of them gets to be Spider-Man? Peter? He's got the right name and everything.
Not those kinds of superpowers. Jesus is talking about the same kind of power he had. He says they'll do the same kinds of miracles that he did. We'll talk about what it means to be filled with the Holy Spirit more as we go through the rest of the New Testament.
But I'm confused. The Holy Spirit came upon people in the Old Testament, the good kings of Israel like Saul in the beginning or like David, and the judges whenever Israel needed help. They got power from the Holy Spirit. So, what's the difference?
The difference is that in the Old Testament, the Holy Spirit gave power to certain people at certain times.
That's right. It wasn't for everybody, and even some people who received the power of the Holy Spirit, like King Saul, had it taken away later on when they disobeyed.
This is big. What Jesus was saying was that from now on, the Holy Spirit wasn't just for special people at special times. The Holy Spirit is for everyone who follows Jesus all the time.
That's huge.
That's really huge.
We all get power from the Holy Spirit.
If we follow Jesus, we do.
That's amazing.